Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
Fourth and goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
All right, welcome to the Gridiron. If you can give this video a thumbs up or maybe share this video, that would be absolutely freaking phenomenal. If you subscribe to my channel, thank you. If not, please go down below, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon. That way next time I go live or if I put a video out, you'll be notified. And it's free of charge. It's totally free of charge. What do you got to lose, right? But if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you want to help support my channel, the description box below is at the top link. It takes you to my membership page. I got 3 different membership levels. Each one has their own little perks to them. So if you want to help support my channel out, it would mean so much to me. And I thank you in advance. Thank you. And then finally, just underneath that, there's another link. Imagine that. It takes you to my Facebook group. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. It's my Facebook group. We have over 9,600 members in the group. It is doing simply marvelous, might I add. Basically, if I'm alive and breathing and if I got internet access, I'm putting stuff in this group darn near 365. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. It's my Facebook group. Please join it. You will not be dissatisfied. I promise. Well, it's just like it's like Christmas. It's all those holidays. It's the build up, boom! It's gone. Just like and it's 3 days too. Gone. But I was, boy, I'll tell you, I was kind of shocked that Mr. Skattebo here lasted to the, with the Giants, is it really the 4th round or is it the late 3rd round? You know what I mean? When you're picking 3rd, I mean, it's like, right? But technically it's the 4th round. So 4th round's 4th round. But, I mean, I didn't watch a ton of college football this past year. And out of the 397 bowl games that they had, I only watched a handful of them. But the one I did was they fell a little bit short to, was it Texas, I believe it was. But, but low to the ground. He's not like, obviously, he's not real tall. I think he's like 5'9.5", 5'10", but just tough to tackle. Very tough to tackle. But, I mean, he did like everything. I mean, he ran, he threw a touchdown pass, he caught a pass, might have gone in for a touchdown if the Texas guy didn't rip his his head off, pulled his helmet off, just trying to tackle him. But, just tough, hard-nosed, player. Not the fastest guy in the world, but, I mean, obviously, I mean, if he was, if he was faster, I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't last to the 4th round. And I was really very pleasantly surprised. That was one of those things you were kind of hoping maybe they would try to upgrade the running back position. I mean, hey, I got Tracy, Motor Singletary, but Eric Gray. I mean, it's not as there ain't no defensive coordinator. The other 31 teams staying up at night. Oh my God, I got that giant running back group here. Whew. How are we going to stop them? Oh my God, I mean, I like Motor, right? Tyrone, great pick in the 5th round last, and we got his teammate right in the 5th round, right? So I mean, how cool is that, right? We got a Purdue Boilermaker in the 5th round last year. We got a Purdue Boilermaker in the 5th round. I mean, how cool is that, right? They were both teammates, obviously. So very cool. We'll talk about him in a couple minutes here. But, I mean, just tough to tackle. Very, very tough to tackle. It's just low. He's powerfully built and all. What the heck is he like? What do they got him here as? It's like 5'9", 5'9.5". Is that it? Nope, that ain't it. All right, let's see. We got him here. It's like 5'9.5", 219. So, what's up, buddy? So he's almost 220. He's like 5'9", 5'10". He's like 220 pounds. just, the guy doesn't even wear he looks like, he's out there running around literally. It's just the way the NFL is nowadays, or college football. It's just, he's running around like shorts on. He's got his pants are like about this long. Right, he's got the belt here, and then you come down, 5-6 inches. Then you got the thigh pad, and that's pretty much about it. It's like there's nothing even close to the knee. It's like, when I was the guys that have their arms taped up, the legs, the pads are all the way down past the knees. They got the socks all the way pulled up. They got pads everywhere. It's like you couldn't even tell this. Nowadays, it's, I don't know, like the guys are on the beach. It's like they got a thong on. It's incredible. It's just like, but listening to that, I think it was the Peach Bowl. I think it was. Almost, it seemed like almost every word out of the commentator's mouth was something about Skattebo. It was just absolutely crazy. Really, really was. I think he had, let's see where we at here. He was talking with Madeline Burke. I think he had, I think it was 1,500 yards rushing and like 500 receiving yards. And he was like the first one, I think, since McCaffrey to come out. Let me see. Yeah. So he had 2 years at Arizona State. 2023 and this past 2024. This past season, he averaged 5.8 yards a carry, 21 rushing touchdowns he had, 1,711 yards. Right? He had 45 passes, 605 receptions. So he had 2,316 total yards, offensive yards. And he had 24 touchdowns. Now, there was 13 games. I guess that's probably the bowl game is included in there, I guess. This is sportsreference.com. So I'm imagining that's the bowl game is in there. But he had 24 touchdowns, so he can catch. He can run. His first season with Arizona State, obviously, he was in 2023. And it was 4.8 yards a carry. Interesting. So he had 9 touchdowns, 2023 rushing touchdowns. He had 1 receiving touchdown, so he had 10 touchdowns. So he's had 34 touchdowns in 2 seasons there at Arizona State. So just a tough. Well, it'd be tough to bring him down. Very, very tough because once again, he's so low, short to the ground. He's stocky. He's very powerful. He get down, So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for players to get a good shot on him, right? It's kind of like, obviously Saquon's got better moves. Saquon's faster and all that. But Saquon's kind of short, and it's kind of tough sometimes to get a good shot on some of those. It was like Joe Morris that we used to have. But Joe Morris might have been a little bit shorter than Skattebo. But it was sometimes hard to get a shot on Joe Morris because how short low he was to the ground. It was just tough, really, really tough. You got some of these defensive linemen are like 6'4", 6'5". They're like 7-8 inches taller. It's gonna be very, very difficult. So he'll add an extra element to the game. Now he's not the Brandon Jacobs 6'3", 6'4", 250-pound running back or something like that. But he's very difficult to bring to the ground, especially if you don't wrap him up, just trying to shoulder tackle him and all around. He's good pick, real good pick in the 4th round. All right, so we got some. Let's see here. This is from CBS Sports. They gave the Giants an A for this pick. Said, think David Montgomery 2.0. Squatty, tremendous lateral elusiveness, contact balance galore. Yeah, you just hit him and he just stays up. He's like a weeble. He wobbles, but he don't fall down. Runs with spectacular vision between the tackles. Clearly lacks speed. The heck was it? Was a 4 point? What did he run? 4.65. So, especially in the in the modern NFL, it's going to be hard to kind of take it to the house, you know. But he emerged as a quality pass catcher too. Gritty yet athletic runner who will get more than what's blocked for him, which is perfect for the Giants. Perfect, right? For him with a routine basis, ideal pairing with the explosive Tyrone Tracy Jr. So, kind of like, I don't know what you want to call it, thunder and lightning or whatever, right? But, good. I really upgraded the running back out there. Obviously you got Tracy, still got Motor, but taking him and maybe getting rid of maybe Eric Gray really might be a good thing. Be interesting to see. Now, what I don't know, let me see. Here we go. Now, let's see here. He actually played four seasons. He played 2 seasons with Sacramento, 2021 and 2022. But according to PFF, right, yes. Let me see if I can share my screen here. Of course, I can share my screen. Present. Oh, sorry, share screen. There we go. I mean, he played 4 seasons of college ball. He graded out over a 90 in 3 of those seasons. Now, to be fair, right, 2 of them were Sacramento, but right, here we go. Okay. Right, so, I mean, his first season with Sacramento, he graded at 91. In the second season, he graded at 91. Then he went to Arizona, for his first, season with them in 2023. He graded at 76.1. But you notice his running grade was always fantastic. But his overall offensive grade this past season was a 93, and that includes a 38 pass blocking grade. Now, this is something, we're going to have to keep an eye on. I mean, not that it's going to mean he's going to get cut from the team or nothing. So don't get me wrong there. But if you look here, he had some troubles in the pass blocking department. Now, I don't, meaning, does he just have a hard time picking stuff up? He's not strong enough. He's too short, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Don't know. But if you look, right, I mean, he had, let's see, against Utah, his pass block grade was a 27.7. He had 4 pass blocking assignments, and he graded out a 27.7. Same thing here with K-State. 4 pass blocking assignments, graded out a 27.1. Arizona, he had 2 pass blocking assignments. I guess he must have really screwed him up. Graded out a 16. Let's see. Then we got against Iowa State. He had 2 pass blocking assignments, graded at 35.8. And against Texas, he had 4 pass blocking assignments, graded out of 27.2. Not very good. For the whole season, he had 38 pass blocking assignments, and he graded out of 38. So the pass blocking is not super spectacular, all right? But he's a decent receiver, very good runner. As I said, once again, low to the ground, tough to take down, especially with a shoulder tackle or something like that. Very, very tough to take it down to the ground. But as I said, I mean, he graded out a 93 this past season. Very, very impressive. Let's see what do we got on here. All right. So he's 5'9", 219. Yeah, he's like short arms. Really, his arms aren't even 30 inches long. Let's see, 39.5-inch vertical. Very impressive. His 40-yard dash is 4.65. He did only 17 reps on the bench. But this past season, he was a first-team AP All-American. So we got an All-American in the 4th round. First team All Big 12 conference, set school records with 1,711 rushing yards, 2,316 scrimmage yards, both second in the FBS behind Ashton Jeanty. Not bad. Also set school records with 21 rushing touchdowns, tied for sixth in the FBS, averaged 178 scrimmage yards per game, second in the FBS, once again behind Jeanty, who got taken in the top 10. And Jeanty got taken in the top 10 in the first round. Skattebo got taken in the top 10 of the fourth round. So, and Skattebo's a whole heck of a lot cheaper, too. Apparently, I think he's got a whole lot. He has a lot less rushes as well, too, because I think Jeanty's had a lot of rushes. But he was named the Peach Bowl Offensive MVP. He had 143 rushing yards, 99 receiving yards. He threw a 42-yard touchdown pass. First FBS player with 1,700-plus rushing yards and 500-plus receiving yards in a season since Christian McCaffrey of Stanford did it in 2015. So he's the first player, FBS player, right? Over 1,700 rushing yards and over 500 receiving yards in a season since Christian in the last basically 10 years. Okay. Only FBS player with 1,000 rushing yards and 600 receiving yards in 2024. PFF 102 missed tackles forced on runs, which is second in the FBS behind, once again, Jeanty. PFF 1,202 rushing yards after contact, which was third in the FBS. Did not play in the fourth quarter of four contests due to the score. So finished fifth in voting for the Heisman Trophy, started 13 games. So, I mean, so what do you got? So there's like basically it was almost a whole game he didn't play in. He did the fourth quarter of 4 games. So he missed 4 quarters due to the score. So he missed out on one whole game. So he could have easily had well over another 100 yards rushing. So he could have had over 800 yards, 1,800 yards rushing, and he could have had maybe 700 yards receiving, somewhere around there maybe. So very, 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 very impressive. Let's see what else we got here. Anything? Yeah. So once again, it was a very, very good, really very good pick, for the Giants. The first 4 picks, really, really, fantastic. Now, so as far as the rest of the Giants draft class, now the 2 7th rounders, we'll have to wait and see. One of them, obviously, they did add a little depth, tried to add some depth to the secondary, which is good. Right? Always want, you always want to try to maybe obviously add somebody to the secondary, whether it's cornerback or safety, somebody to the defensive line, somebody to the offensive line. Right? So they did in the 7th round, they added a tight end, and they added a cornerback. But Marcus, I think it's Bo. It looks like it's M-Bo, but Marcus Bo. I guess the M is silent. I've seen other names where the M is in front and it's not silent. So, thanks. So, now, the big thing here, right, would be there's going to be a grand salami of a draft class. Grand slam of draft class. So to me, there's a home run. The first 4 picks are really good. The 4 players are going to really help the Giants. This will be this would be a grand salami of a draft class if we get 1 or 2 things happen, right? One, if Jackson Dart can become our long-term quarterback of the future. And I don't mean quarterback Daniel Jones style. I don't mean that. He had a good game, then he had a bad game, then he had a bad game, then he got injured, and then he came back and he had a good, and we just dragged this dude along for 4, 5, 6 years, and we're kind of wondering, is he the quarterback? Is he not the quarterback? He's pretty athletic. He's got some good arms. He threw a couple touchdowns. This and no, that's not. No. I mean, if Jackson Dart winds up being our quarterback of the future, the long-term future, and we got Abdul Carter, right, and then with Alexander and Skattebo, I mean, this would be an absolute grand slam, of a draft class without question. without question, right? And it's the other three guys aside, right? But let's not forget, right? We did give up one of our picks, right? Pick number 99. Now we got Skattebo at 105. Now imagine we could have gotten somebody that quality or better at another position with number 99 if we did not have to jump up and get our quarterback. Now, did we have to jump up and get a quarterback? We don't know, right? May not know, but they did. So we lost a third round pick. So we could have possibly had 5 really, but once again, we had to take 2 of them to jump up to get our quarterback. So now we don't have to hear just get quarterback. We don't have to listen to that for at least a year or two, right? At least 2 years, because it doesn't matter what he does this year. He's not starting, right? So it doesn't matter. And he'll have that second season, right, to see if he can continue up. To see if Dable's still here and all that stuff. So we don't have to hear just get quarterback. Don't have to listen to that, right? Thank God, right? Just like I don't have to listen to these stupid mock drafts anymore. Thank God, right? So, this would be an absolute feat if the top 4 picks work out. And I said, we got Carter. And I said, and Dart. That would be just mind-blowing, those 2 guys, right? But this class would be really, really good. Really. Shane would hit it out of the park once again if we can get Marcus Bowe, who's a tackle. Let me pop it up here. Who was a tackle in college. Okay. But it looks like he might wind up being maybe possibly projected to be a guard in the NFL. So we will have to wait and see. But some people are claiming that guys like I've seen somebody like might be a steal of the draft or something. We'll have to wait and see. If the Giants can actually take a offensive lineman in the 5th round and make something of him, that would be like Moses part in the Red Sea. It would just be like a miracle. We all get down on our knees and thank sweet dear baby Jesus. Because around here that just hasn't happened for a long time. Taking a late round offensive lineman or undrafted or something like whatever, and you get him and you work him and this and that, and he winds up being pretty good. We've had it where guys leave here and go to other teams and be pretty good. That's common. But for us to take somebody, even after like the first or second round, you take like a third rounder or something like that, they just don't work out. So for us to take a guy in the 5th, an offensive lineman in the 5th round, let's see, because with this. The last year's draft class was really good. They got good analytics and this, that, and the other thing, all this stuff and everything. So let's see, right, how he works out. I'm very, very anxious to see if we can get this guy to like somewhere along the line, because we're going to need, eventually, right? We're going to need a right tackle. We're going to need a right guard. Now, are they going to try Neal at right guard, and he maybe fills the right guard spot going forward? We'll have to wait and see. But regardless, we're going to need a right tackle, a right guard, or both of them within the next year or two, right? We got them pretty much, not. We'll have to wait and see. I said, who's going to be the guard? Is it going to be GVR, or is it going to be Neal? Is it going to be somebody else, right? Probably pretty much Illuminor will be the right tackle, but we're going to bring Illuminor back next season. Is this going to be his last year? Who knows, right? But said, if we can get this guy, Marcus Bowe, right, to actually become something and be part of our, not the Kansas City Chiefs, not the Philadelphia Eagles, not the Chuck E. Cheeses, not the New York Yankees, our offensive line, and be decent. It'd be like a miracle, absolute miracle. So we'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, one of these, the 7th round pick, the 2 7th round, if any of those guys, they might wind up making the team. We'll have to wait and see. But if anything that comes from those guys, that's just like an added bonus. But don't, don't get your hopes too much. The Giants said right after the draft was over, they had their eyes on some other players, and they signed some undrafted free agents. So the roster is always going to be fluid. I mean, we got right now we got Fedoni. I know I'm going to forget somebody else, but we got Dulcich, right? We got Bellinger. This is his last season. Might be his last season with the Giants. It's such a nice rookie season. He got hurt, came back, still had a nice rookie season, but he just ever since then, it's like, he's a guy on the team. What's going on with him, right? But we got Manhurts, Bellinger, we got Theo Johnson, we got Dulcich, and we got Fedoni. So, and I know we got somebody else. So, we got some tight ends. I would like to see us add maybe next season another weapon, whether it's a receiving tight end, right, or a wide receiver. But we didn't add one of those, right? But you can't have everything, right? Maybe that might be something maybe for next year. I'll have to wait and see. But I said if we can get this 5th round pick to work out, that would be fantastic. Now, I said the two. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, we're only carrying like probably 3 tight ends on the 53. Who are the 3 going to be? Is it going to be Theo? Is it going to be Dulcich? Is it going to be Manhurts? Is it going to be Bellinger? Is it going to be Fedoni? Where are we at here? All right, so we got, let me go real fast here. Well, I'm not going to go over all the, right, but I'll go over, let's see here. Oops, Skattebo here. And once again. Oh, I read a lot of this stuff here. 20 is rookie, his first season with Arizona State in 2023. He was a finalist for the Paul Hornung Award for the nation's most versatile player. Honorable mention, All Pac-12 Conference. Led the team with 788 rushing yards, 9 rushing touchdowns. Only player with 1 passing TD, rushing TD, receiving TD, and a punt I guess, TD in 2023. Oh, and a punt. He punted 8 times. Wow. He played in all 12 games with 7 starts. And he played 2 seasons, I said, with Sacramento State. But this guy here, Marcus Bowe, Purdue. Offensive line, 6'4", 303 pounds. So he's might have to add a little bit of size to him, a little obviously some strength, maybe add on a few pounds, right? But his career, he appeared in 36 games with 32 starts between right guard and tackle. Second team freshman All-American in 2022. 3-time All Big Ten honorable mention, 2022, 23, and 24. 2024 All Big Ten honorable mention for the coaches, I guess. PFF National Team of the Week, October 21st, appeared in and started all 12 games at right tackle this past season. Had 77.2 run block grade by PFF that finished 5th among Big Ten tackles. But that's 5th amongst Big Ten tackles. That's not 5th in the nation. Okay. Allowed just 1 sack on 306 pass blocking snaps during Big Ten play, which was 9 games. So that's impressive. Guarded a rushing attack that had 4 games of at least 200 yards, held Purdue to back-to-back 200-yard rushing games with 239 against Illinois and 208 against number 2 Oregon. Served as a captain in 3 games. 2023 appeared and started in 6 games before sustaining an injury. Helped pave the way for Boilermakers to lead the Big Ten in rushing in conference games with 184.6 yards per game. All Big Ten honorable mention in 2020 in 2023. 2022, he appeared and started all 14 games at right guard. In 2021, he appeared in 4 games. In high school, he's a 3-star recruit by 24/7 Sports. Number 72 ranked offensive tackle and number 7 ranked recruit overall in Wisconsin. So, but if we look here, let me share my screen once again. I'll show you what PFF had Marcus Bowe. So we'll have to wait. It's going to be interesting to see because he did play tackle and guard. It's going to be interesting to see where the Giants try him out at. Right? I said, I mean, that would be unbelievable. Just the way the Giants pick an offensive lineman over whatever, the last 10 years, whatever, to take somebody in the later rounds and actually have them be somebody for the Giants would be just a stone cold miracle. Absolute miracle. So really interested to see how Mr. Marcus here turns out. But let me share my screen here. Okay, here we go. Show you his grades from PFF, right? All right, so we got, now let's see. Yeah, I mean, so played some good games. Obviously, one of them was against Notre Dame, right? Notre Dame's not in his conference, but Notre Dame plays Purdue quite a bit. He played against Notre Dame, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Illinois, Oregon, right? Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State. So played against some good teams. Now, this is his past season here, okay? Once again, look, he graded out overall 74. Not too bad, right? Not bad. His pass blocking grade was a 68. 78.7 was his run blocking grade. Now, let's go here. Seasons, right? So, like each year, his first season, he only played 35 snaps. He graded out a 62. Small sample size. But his rookie season, 716, no rookie season, second season, shall we say, 716 snaps, 71, and he graded out a 70, but he did get injured, right? In his past season, he graded a 74. Right? So, now let me see here. If we can offense. Let's see if I got here. Offensive blocking. Is this it? Try pass blocking. There we go. All right, pass blocking. So what did he give up this past season? According to PFF, that's all I'm going by here. This past season, he gave up 3 sacks. 2 of them were against Notre Dame. So, right, and the other one was against Penn State. But against Michigan State, Ohio State, Oregon, some of these other teams, he didn't give up any sacks again. So he gave up sacks in 2 games this past season. He gave up a grand total of 25 pressures. He gave up 3 sacks, 1 hit, and 21 hurries. So apparently, after the whole season was over with, Marcus Bowe only gave up, there was only 4 times, for what I'm seeing here, according to PFF, that his defender actually hit the quarterback. They hit the quarterback 1 time and they sacked him 3 times. And the other 21 times he got a hurry. But not too bad. Now let me see what about 2024. I'm sorry, 2023. What we got there? He got injured. He only gave up 1 sack. Okay. And 254 pass blocking snaps. Rated out of 76.4. He gave up 1 sack and 1 hit. He gave up 9 hurries. So he played, whatever, half the season, not quite half the season. He gave up 1 sack. Now, in 2022, this is the first season he played a lot of snaps. What did he give up here? Don't even know. But he didn't even give up a sack. He gave up a grand total of 14 pressures all season long. Now, this was at right guard, okay? I didn't even look. Okay, so 2022, he played strictly right guard. Didn't give up 1 sack all season long. Okay, the year 2023, the year he got injured, he played right tackle. And this past season, I think he played right tackle too. Yeah. Okay. So not that he gave up a ton of sacks or anything like that, but you'll notice, right, his 2022, the year he played whole season, he played right guard the whole season. Right guard all season long. Starter all season long. Graded out of 69.4. Probably had a couple stinker games. He had one against Maryland. Yeah, but that was only his second season now, right? And but he didn't give up 1 sack. Now, the thing is, he's only about 300 pounds, 305 pounds. If he's going to start, they're going to push him in the inside. They're going to want to get a little bit of weight on the guy because if you're going up against somebody like, say, Sexy Dexy, who weighs like 350, and you're 305 pounds, he's just going to pick you up and throw you into the 37th row of the bleachers, and Sexy's going to go back there and eat your quarterback. right? So they're going to have to get some size and some strength on this guy, some weight on him, right? But he's got a nice height, right? But they can fill him out a little bit, add like maybe 10, 15 pounds onto him. Wouldn't be bad. But the 1 year he played guard, didn't give up a sack all season. He only gave up 14 pressures the whole season long. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He played in 14 games his second season, which was in 2022, at guard. He gave up 1 pressure per game. Not too bad. And once again, it's the same thing. I mean, played against Penn State, right? Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan, LSU. So played against some tough guys, right? So, but let's see what we got here. Pass block, let's go overall once again. Offensive grade overall. So, I mean, his past season, his run block was a 78. His pass block was a 68. So, solid grades, but once again, this is, this is college. Now, he went up against some good players. Don't get me wrong. But, in the pros, everybody's Alabama. I think that's what they say. Well, maybe Alabama took a step back. Everybody's Ohio State. Well, however you want to do it. Okay, so it's going to be very, very interesting to see if Marcus Bowe, anything comes from him. To me, it'll be a miracle. I was almost kind of a little bit of bummed out, okay, when they took him that late in the draft, because it's like Giants. I mean, we pick guys, we pick offensive linemen late in the draft, and they just don't turn out into anything. It's like, what have we done? You know what I mean? It's like we did so well last year with Tyrone Tracy Jr. What are we doing here? Are we wasting a pick? What are we doing? But no, we'll have to wait and see. All right, and then we have where are we at here? Now this the little thing here says. It's from SI.com. The draft steal, inside offensive lineman Marcus Bowe from Purdue. Giants drafted Marcus Bowe with the 154th pick in the draft. And they said they might have gotten a steal out of it. So, an NFL draft where the Giants have been adding great value so far. They added to that with the 154th pick by adding Purdue offensive lineman Marcus Bowe. Bowe was expected to be drafted much higher than this, but he was available here due to some rumored medical questions and size concerns. Even with those questions, this is a fantastic value, as a midday 3 pick requires little capital to invest in someone with an impressive film. Bowe has experience playing both right guard and right tackle, but due to his size issues, he'll be a full-time guard. Full-time guard. Okay, so and then I'm going to try him at tackle. On film, Bowe is a plus athlete who plays with violence and technique, which should allow him to compete for playing time immediately. Cool. Let's do it, baby. Hey, you got GVR, right? Maybe the right guard. You got maybe Neal trying to battle for the right guard. Now you got Bowe maybe trying to battle for the right guard. Maybe between the 3 of them, maybe we come up with a decent right guard, right? Hand and foot quickness are traits that should allow him in pass protection at the next level. It should help him. And I believe that quickness could help offset the length advantage he's giving up to an NFL lineman. Adding some weight would benefit him in competing consistently with nose tackles. He also has played in the Big Ten, which is chock full of NFL talent on the defensive line, is generally pro style throughout. So that's good. Giants' addition of Bowe could reveal their plan for the run game in 2025, as he's better suited to be a zone blocker as a pro. Now, it's interesting that Evan Neal graded out very well last season as a zone run blocker, graded out of 90. And that was a tackle. On the other hand, the Giants didn't invest heavily in draft capital for him, so maybe this isn't indicative of anything. But I believe Bowe can also contribute to gap blocking, especially with pin-pull blocking, which allows Bowe to reach out wide into space and do damage on the second level. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, then we got, of course, then they took Thomas Fedoni, the second from Nebraska, 6'5", 243 pounds. I mean, if he adds on a little bit more weight, we got 6'5", 255 pound tight end. It's pretty good. He was an academic All Big Ten in 2022, 2023, and 2024. A smart guy. 8-time Nebraska Scholar Athlete Honor Roll. Brooke Behringer citizenship team in 2021. Tom Osborne citizenship team in 2021 and 2024. As a junior, a member of the Mackey Award watch list. Tom Mackey, a beast for the Baltimore Colts at tight end. Thomas Fedoni played in all 13 games in 2024 with 9 starts. He set career highs with 36 receptions, 373 receiving yards, ranking 4th on the team in receptions. Fedoni caught multiple passes in 10 of his 13 games. So, all right, so let's go Thomas Fedoni. Let's see what we got pop up here. Oh, wrong one here. Let me pop this up here. I'll share my screen. Thomas Fedoni. All right, here we go. All right, so he hasn't played a heck of a lot. Has not played much at all. Okay, so let me share my screen here. And in fact, his first season, he only played a handful of snaps. So he obviously he's by his room, obviously to improve. Hopefully his lack of snaps and all that means that maybe we can get the arrow to start maybe heading up. Right? It's not like he's played 5 years of college. He's had over 3,000 snaps, and he got picked in the 7th round. So maybe he said 6'5". You add some weight to him. He's over 250 pounds. So we shall see. All right, we got here. All right, let me share a screen here. All right, now this is his past season. He played a grand total of 493 snaps. Right. Graded out of 62 overall, 65.3 passing grade. His pass block was a 77.8. His run block was a 56.8. But you'll notice here, right? I mean, he hasn't played a whole heck of a lot. In 2023, he played almost the same amount of snaps as he did this past season. He played 478 snaps, graded out of 58. His pass block was okay, right? Both seasons. In the 70s. And you see in 2021, he played 3 snaps. So maybe he played a bunch on special teams. I'm not exactly sure. But so we're going to be interesting to see. I mean, usually, unless the guy falls off the face of the earth or something along those lines, usually your draft picks make the team. At least that's the way it's been anyway under the Shane and Dable. Right? They draft them, they make the team. Now, the interesting thing, we're not carrying 4 tight ends on the 53. Not happening. Who's the odd man out? Does this mean that, Bellinger? And not so much on the way out, it might be on the practice squad. But as you go to practice squad, it means somebody else another team can pick them off the practice squad and throw them on their team. So it's going to be interesting to see. But once again, it might be, I saw somebody say there could be maybe some depth for the future because this is Bellinger's last season. Or shall I say, this is Bellinger's 4th season. Right? If the Giants bring him back, Bellinger back, who knows? Right? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But, all right, where are we at here? All right, so then they added somebody to the secondary, okay? Corey Black played 5 years, finishing with 62 career games played and 38 starts. Played as a true freshman and sophomore, and then started 38 games over the last 3 seasons. His 38 Oklahoma State starts ranked as the most on the defense his final year. Let's see. He voted as a season captain by his teammates. An honorable mention, all Big 12 selection. One of 5 Cowboy defenders to start all 12 games during the season. Ranked first on the team, number 8 in the Big 12 and number 53 in the FBS with 3 total interceptions on the year. Had 1 interception each against South Dakota State, K-State, and Brigham Young. Served as a game captain against Arkansas and Colorado. So, all right, let's go here. Let's check out Mr. Corey Black here. See what see how PFF has him. Oh, there you go. That's right. Defense. There you go. Right. So he's played in 5 seasons so far. Right? 5 seasons. Let me share my screen here. So he's got, unlike Fedoni, he's got a lot of experience under his belt. All right, here we go. Corey Black. All right, and share. Here we go. All right, so we'll notice here this past season, right? His defensive grade, right, was a 73.9. Run defense, 63.2. Tackling is 70.8. That's good, right? 74.5. And his coverage grade, right? Once again, it's a 7th round pick. Okay. What do you got? He missed 4 tackles. 10% missed tackle right now. Unfortunately, 10% in college can easily escalate to well over 10% in the NFL. But you'll notice here, right? He missed 1 tackle here, 1 tackle, 1 tackle. I mean, it's not like he missed, 37 tackles throughout the season. So, but once again, he's just a 7th round pick. If he doesn't work out, it's not like, we selected him number 5 overall and he wound up being a bust, right? But you'll notice, right? I mean, with Oklahoma State, I mean, the past 3 seasons, he played almost 700 snaps the past 3 seasons, each season. So a lot of experience, right? Let me see, even 2023 was at 71.2 overall. His coverage grades are pretty decent, but once again, this is college. Okay. We got here. Whoops. Snap count. Oh, we got it. Okay, hold on. Let me defense. Nope. Oh, wait. Okay. Whoops. I mean, you want to get South Dakota State, Arkansas, Tulsa, Utah, K-State, West Virginia, Brigham Young, Baylor. Oh, must have gone up against Skattebo, right? Arizona State, TCU, Texas Tech, and Colorado. Oh, he won against Shedeur Sanders, right? So, once again, The 7th round picks, if they work out, fantastic. If not, once again, it's not the end of the world. But, all things considered, I really like this draft class. The 2, I really like it. I like it a lot. But the thing that would really make it like a grand slam home run would be if Jackson Dart becomes our long-term quarterback of the future. This would be a fantastic to get that edge rusher. And I'm not saying the guy's going to be Eli Manning or anybody like that, but if you can get this guy to be our actual true quarterback, not the Daniel Jones. Well, he's pretty good, but then he sucked the next week, but then he got injured. But his rookie season, he was not too bad. I don't mean that crap. I mean, it'd be a fantastic. I said the other thing would be if we actually drafted an offensive lineman in the 5th round and he winds up being something. That would be, to me, that would be freaking mind blowing. But, I didn't really know last season. We took Theo Johnson in the 4th. That's cute. We took Tyrone Tracy Jr. He was a running back. He was a wide receiver. Well, that's cool. You didn't know how. I'm not saying Tyrone Tracy Jr. is like Jim Brown or Barry Sanders. I'm not saying that, but when the season started and all of that, it's like these guys are not too bad. That's not a bad pick in the 4th and 5th round, right? So let's see how these guys perform, right? But I mean, so far, those first 4 picks, Alexander next to Sexy, Skattebo in the backfield. I'm really anxious to see him, right? Because the thing is with him, it's not like, Skattebo's in the game. I guess we're going to run the ball. I mean, it's not. I hate that. I can't stand that. Like when we had Ron Dane, right? We had Tiki Barber and Ron Dane. Oh, Ron Dane's coming in. Oh, I guess we're going to run the ball on the next play. I mean, wasn't like that with Tiki. Tiki's in the backfield, or like Saquon, right? Saquon's in the back. Oh, Christ, are they going to run or are they going to pass? You know what I mean? right? But Skattebo, it's like Skattebo's in. Oh God, I don't know. He might go out for a pass, or he might run. I don't know who he's going to. You know what I mean? So, excited to see what maybe Dar can do. Right. So I really like this class. Really, really like this class. I think Shane did another phenomenal job. And let's not forget, okay, we lost pick number 99 because we got our quarterback, hopefully, of the future. So we lost a pick in the top 100. And with pick 105, we got Skattebo, right? So imagine if we 5-6 picks earlier, so we took another guy who was as equal as good as Skattebo. So this class, so really, really like this class. I think Shane did a fantastic job. But speaking of this class, Abdul, everybody's asking him, well, because the thing is that he's wearing number 11. Well, number 11's Phil Simms, you know what I mean? And to me, I'm an old time fart, right? I'm an old once again. So forgive me. I don't even like him. If the number's retired, guess what? It's retired. Sorry, it's not coming out. Make another number famous. That's what Lawrence Taylor told him. He said, I don't care if you got 00. Make that number famous. Whatever. Right? When they took Ray Flowery's number out of retirement, don't like it at all. Once again, I'm an old fart, so please forgive me. But if it's retired, it's retired. It's not coming out. Pick another number. Right? So I'm glad when kind of in a way Lawrence Taylor said, nah, nope, not happening. So, but the thing is, he wears number 11, right, in college, and he wanted to be number 56. Well, both those numbers are retired. So it's going to be interesting to see, does he go from one retired number giant, and then he picks the phone up, whereas his agent called Phil Simms, hey, can we get number 11 out of it? But I don't know, what's going to happen. I hope number 11 stays retired, but according to Lawrence Taylor, he wasn't having any of it. Abdul Carter definitely won't be getting number 56 from LT. Hall of Fame Lawrence Taylor says Carter must make his own legacy, which is true. You got to be your own player. Get your own number. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? If you no matter. If you get number whatever. I was going to say 32, but 32 is retired. If you get number 33, right? It's like 33. Right? But if you go down in Giants legend, remember Abdul? Oh my God, remember that? 33 would be the number. You can't get 32, so that's retired. Or 34, anything. You're the guy. Right? I'm number 92. What the? Hey, you think number 92? You think of Michael Strahan? You thinking 90? You thinking 92? Yeah, right. So those pick a number, right? Make it great. Make it your own number, and make them retire your number. Not somebody else's number. So Abdul Carter expressed admiration for the Hall of Fame Giants linebacker Lawrence Taylor, whom he considered the gold standard for linebacker play, will have to chase that kind of greatness in a different jersey number. Taylor's told Steve Serby of the New York Post that his retired number 56 will stay that way. Good. I know he would love to wear that number, but hey, I think it's retired. Taylor told Serby, adding, get another number. I don't care if it's 00, and then make it famous. The worst thing he could say was no. My stance don't change. LT is the GOAT. Nothing but respect. This just going to make me work even harder. I love it. Taylor has a valid point. Besides making number 56 famous for his relentless play and tormenting of NFL quarterbacks, Taylor built up his own legacy in that jersey number. Yes, he did. Yep. Which had previously been worn by offensive lineman Jim Clack the year before. Well, he has no problem with Carter aspiring to play the game as hard as he did. Taylor, who initially wanted to wear number 98, the jersey number he wore at the University of North Carolina when he got to the pros, back then linebackers were only allowed to wear numbers 50 to 59. So he made number 56 his own. Carter, who met the Giants media on Friday in his first formal press conference, walked back his thoughts on his NFL jersey number, leaving it to be determined. Giants, who last year unretired Ray Flaherty's number 1 from Malik Neighbors after receiving the blessing of the Flaherty's family, also retired number 11 last worn by Phil Simms, the jersey number that Carter wore while he was at Penn State. Carter has not indicated if number 11 might interest him, and Simms is not known to have commented on the matter either. So, you don't know. Let's see. This is kind of the same thing. Taylor heard of Carter's request and he was honored. He thinks the former Penn State pass rusher needs to do a number on opposing offenses and something other than number 56. He has to be the player that he is, Taylor told ESPN. He can't be another Lawrence Taylor. No, he can't. Well, he may be better than a Lawrence Taylor. Who knows? But he has to make his mark. It's up to him. That's right. Carter wore number 11 at Penn State, but that number is also retired by Phil Simms. Carter posted a photo on social media during his pre-draft visit at the Giants facility a few weeks ago of a picture of Lawrence Taylor hanging in the hall and spoke after he was selected about how he often watches YouTube videos on the Pro Football Hall of Famer, who's considered one of the most dominant defensive players in NFL history. Who's considered one of the most? Yeah. Sure about that? One of the most? Yeah. Okay. The worst thing he can do is say no. So, yeah, once again, same thing. Carter led the country with 23.5 tackles for loss and 12 sacks last season for Penn State. He bolsters a Giants defense that is already a solid pass rushers in Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, and a strong defensive line with Dexter Lawrence. So, he'd have to pick another number. I mean, I'd much rather have it that way. I can't stand it. They retire it, you take it out of retirement, retire it. Then, no, it's retired, it stays retired, pick another number. That's all. But the thing was, which makes it a little bit easier nowadays because what I just read back in the day, it changed, okay, for a period of time, right, where the linebackers had to wear 50 to 59. But there was a period of time where that necessarily really wasn't the case because one of my all-time favorite number 10s was Brad Van Pelt, who wore number 10. He was an outside linebacker. He wore, once again, number 10. Well, how can he wear his number 10 and then Lawrence Taylor comes in, he can only wear 50 to 50, so it changed. But when Lawrence came in, the linebackers had to wear 50 to 59. So he got 56, right? And he made it famous. But nowadays, right? You can, anything. You right? You can pick anything you want, right? You got all you got to do is from one to 99. Now, obviously, the Giants have a bunch of numbers that are retired. Okay, so, but just pick a number, right? And it can be anywhere from 1 to 99, right? Now he's the number 3 player, right? So you figure he's got some money. So if there's somebody else, possibly, right? Maybe somebody who just came into the league, maybe Jalen Hyatt or something, whatever. I don't know, somebody, anybody. I'd like to be number whatever, right? And you offer the dude some money or something like that. Maybe you switch jerseys with it. But I like Lawrence Taylor's approach. Get your own number, make it famous. So after the draft was over, the guy, all the teams, not just the Giants, but all the teams, got some undrafted free agents, right? And they're gonna the roster is it's on. You're allowed to get 90 guys, right? But the roster is just going to be constantly fluid and all of that and everything. But so the Giants are still rounding up. They're 90, right? But they They added a few guys, so keep track of the Giants' post-draft additions here. So after their draft class, the season's NFL draft saw 257 names called by the New York Giants and the fellow fortune seekers at Lambeau Field. And that was only the beginning. The window of opportunity for rookie free agents began long before Mr. Irrelevant was revealed, as rookies have already started signing in the draft's immediate aftermath. With some of the best moments in franchise history penned by undrafted men like Victor Cruz, Rich Seubert, right? The Giants will no doubt do their due diligence on the road ahead. Keep track of the Giants' new additions below. It's there. Okay, so and they had some guys. So they got Jordan Bly, a wide receiver, having garnered attention for his speed during his pro day at North Carolina. Bly is the son of Pro Bowler and current Jets assistant coach Dre Bly. I remember Dre Bly well. The Giants added another wide receiver. I guess it's Bo Collins from Notre Dame, my team. Collins spent his final collegiate season in South Bend after 3 years at Clemson and scored the de facto game-winning touchdown in the Sugar Bowl win over Georgia in January. Then the Giants added a couple of defensive backs. One was a cornerback, R.J. Delancey III from Wisconsin. Delancey spent most of his college career working alongside Giants' third-round pick, Darius Alexander, in Toledo, where he had 10 pass breakups during the 2023 season. Right? Yeah, bring these guys in. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? They're not going to work out? Oh, well, right? But you never know. Every so often you find that diamond in the rough, right? And if you can find a diamond in the rough, you find somebody like Victor Cruz or Rich Seubert or something like that, you get these guys for pennies on the dollar. And they got Makari Page, defensive back from Michigan. Page was a part of 3 Big Ten title runs and a national championship trek in Ann Arbor before serving as a defensive captain in final season that included a big interception against Ohio State. Then he added another tight end, Jermaine Terry from Oregon State. Terry enjoyed a breakout season to the tune of 375 yards in his senior season with the Beavers. They got Jason Williams from Youngstown State, an offensive lineman. Williams, playing on the scholarship bestowed by the Penguins' 1991 national championship team, served as an offensive captain during his final season and proved capable of playing inside and out on the offensive line. So he's got flexibility. That's good. Then finally they added, they could have added other guys by now too, but the last guy they got here is a defensive end, Trace Ford from Oklahoma. Ford overcame 2 major knee injuries. That's interesting. Surprisingly, that they drafted a guy with 2 major knee injuries. 2 major knee injuries to have a reasonably productive career for the Sooners. He played in 26 games with 1 start at defensive end and capped his 2-year stint with the Sooners, recording 40 tackles, 7.5 tackles for loss, and 1.5 sacks. So that is interesting. I mean, usually, the Giants try to get guys with clean bills of health, and if you're getting, you're getting these guys coming in, these undrafted free agents, I would have thought that they would bring in guys that maybe don't have such a drastic, 2 major knee injuries. That is what it is. But once again, it's the guys are going to be coming, all throughout the upcoming weeks and everything like that. So they're going to keep adding. But overall, you got to be really, really happy. As I said, do we know the Giants have the quarterback of the future? No. Right? Absolutely not. Do we know they have, the guy who can be in for the next 10 years? No, we don't. But are they going to find out? Yeah. And that adds, it doesn't matter who it was. It doesn't matter if it was Milroe, if it was Sanders, if it was who was the mouse from Chuck E. Cheese, if it was the Lucky Charm leprechaun. It doesn't matter. We got a new quarterback in here that's going to add some hope to us. And for at least this season and maybe into next season, we'll have a little bit of hope and some excitement going on the quarterback, right? Because we needed a quarterback of the future. Hopefully we got that. Is there any guarantee? No, but at least with the first 4 picks, I think Shane really did a fantastic job with this. So, all right, guys, it's been 1 hour and 5 minutes. Whoever spent any time listening to me live, thank you, thank you, thank you. Or if anybody's going to spend any time watching a replay of this, once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. As always, you guys stay safe out there and go Giants! Woo! Oh, yeah.